Hi, this is Rajat Kumar Shukla from Perpetual Learning. Today we will discuss about the power electronics, what is the basics of power electronics and why it is here, what is the trend in recent in today's of the power electronic, what is the role of power electronics. So let's start. Now the first question, what is the power electronics and why it is here? So obviously power electronics is a branch of engineering where you will learn about the power electronic circuit. What is the power electronic circuit? Power electronic circuit convert electric power from one form to the another form using of some electronic means. Electronic means that means electronic devices. This electronic means used in the power processor term. In this power processor term, this power processor may be inverter. This power processor may be uh, a rectifier. This power processor may be cycloconverter, and different converters may be possible. You can't say because there are different converter circuits available to convert the form of the input power to the output power, or you can take that input power at the desired output power. For example, the input power is a DC and load is AC. Let's say induction motor, and you want this at a 50 hertz, but the DC signal has 0 hertz, and you need that induction motor voltage rating at the 220 volt range, let's say. So this power processor will convert this DC to the AC. This power processor will convert the DC to the AC, and this power processor responsibility is a give this 50 maintain the 50 hertz, maintain the 50 hertz operation for the load. To control the power, that means here 220 volt is very important, because if the voltage rating is increased more than 220 volt, let's say 300 volt. So this induction there, suppose there is an induction motor, then induction motor winding will get fail or damage, so which is not required obviously. So to maintain this voltage rating, here some feedback signal is required at the reference position. Let's say I want 220 volt. Voltage sensor is here, and this transmit this signal to this electronic item. Let's say this is a controller, and suppose the voltage rating is changed, then the controller responsibility is taken care to what is the voltage here at the terminal of the load, and it will maintain that this reference value, and it will transmit the firing pulses here. This firing pulses in the pulsed form. Pulse form, that means reference to the 0 plus 5 0 plus 5 or step. And power processor will taken care this input power to the output power, and accordingly these pulses will change. And then in these pulses, how much time is required, what is the frequency is required, how we will maintain it, we will discuss later. But for now, this what is the power electronics is a branch of power electronics, is a branch of the engineering. What is engineering, where we will study about the power electronic circuit. And what is the power electronic circuit? Power electronic circuit converts the electric power from one form to the another form using of some electronic devices. So this is a block diagram of power electronics converter. Now why it is here, the question is came here because we have analog electronics, we have different circuits. Because if a question is there, suppose I have a 9 volt battery and I want a 3 volt. So let's say DC to DC is here. So the question came, I can I can use one load resistor here. Suppose maybe our load is here and I want a load at the load side. This should be a 3 volt. So I can use to I can use potential divider circuit. That means here 2 times of RL I have to use. Suppose I know that RL is a 5 ohm resistor. So what is the voltage is here? VL RL upon RL plus 2 RL, that means 3 RL into what is the DC voltage is here? 9 volt. And RL cancel out, then 3 and 3 cancel out, and we can get 3 volt. That means here we can easily get 3 volt using this resistance. We can step down 9 volt to 3 volt. So question is here power electronics is required or not? So obviously yes. Why? Because okay, we are able to convert this 9 volt to this 3 volt conversion. We can get using on this potential divider circuit. But there are two drawbacks. You need to change this potential divider extra resistance according to what is the RL is here. Suppose I want to change the 3 volt to 4 volt, then what you will do here? You have to again change the 2RL to the different load resistance value. So the problem is here, you have to be continuously change the auxiliary resistance value. This is the auxiliary resistance value, and accordingly what is the required voltage is it, what is required output voltage you need. Accordingly you need to change this resistance value, which is not desirable. The another problem is efficiency. Why? Because efficiency is a output power by input power, and the output power are 3 square by R by input power, and this input power in terms of the what is the power in itself drawn in this auxiliary resistance 2RL, and what is the power drawn by the RL resistance. In practically, there are some heat dissipated on the auxiliary plus load resistor. So the problem is this heat. Using our power electronics devices, we can avoid this heat. Using our power electronic devices, we can avoid this power. So efficiency using a potential divider is just approximately 50 to 60%. But using a power electronic devices, you can improve this efficiency from 95 to 100, 95 to 99%, or maybe approximately 100%. So that is the reason why power electronics is here. So what you should do, the modified version, if you are using the power electronics converter, how you will apply it on this circuit, this potential divider circuit, you can use the semiconductor device in this format. Using from here semiconductor devices, you can you can change the voltage here in this load side, this Vx side. That means here you have to just apply the semiconductor device, which you have to be apply the pulses here. The output voltage you will get in this one, 9 volt to 0, 9 volt to 0, 9 volt to 0, 9 volt to 0, 9 volt to 0. So the average lie somewhere here 3 volt. So that means you have to be turn on this device according to the according to the, you will get what the required output voltage. So let's say here the output voltage, here the suppose in this format, I mean this pulse form here. So how to get the average value? You can get the average value like in this format. Average value, what is the this is suppose 9 volts, so 9 volt multiplying what is a turn on reason, T by 3, upon what is a total time period is here, this is a T. So T and T cancelled out, and 3 9 is a 3 volts. So you can get this 3 voltage at the load side, as well as you can increase this efficiency up to the surrounding 99%, right? So this is the power electronics, why it is here. Now the next question came, that is, what is the difference between power electronics and linear electronics? Linear electronics converter, basically you can, the question came easily, the question came, that is if you have the DC voltage surrounding 24 volt, you can easily get output voltage surrounding 5 volt using some means of the regulator circuit here. Then why power electronics? Or should we use the power electronics here or not? So again the answer is yes. Why? In linear in this transistor, because the basic principle, if you know, if you aware that from basic electronic circuits or analog circuit study, you can you already uh, know about it, that this transistor is operating in a linear mode. What is the linear mode? So because suppose this is the current and this is the voltage, the output characteristic of the MOSFET is look like here, like that, at some VGS value. I mean if I say this is G, this is S, then so some VGS value of that some VGS, that means is not equal to 0 volt, obviously. So uh, uh, the same characteristic happen in the MOSFET also. This is called the linear region. This one is a linear region, this one. And after this one is a saturation region. This is the linear region, and this one is a cutoff region, right? We already aware from it. So this linear region, the resistance is look like, the resistance is look like I mean variation. Why? Because if you see this slope, so R is equal to, what is a del V is here and what is a del I is here. So yeah, obviously del V, that means what is the voltage, so this is called a del V, and what is the current in a very small region, so that is called a del I. So this resistance is usually high. I mean there are high variation. I mean I'm saying that this resistance is look like in a linear in a linear mode, it's look in this manner. This resistance value has high value. What is the meaning of high value? I mean I'm talking about this is near to the 1 ohm, near to the 1 ohm. So but what will happen, opportunity to turn on or turn off the device? I mean I'm trying to say that if you are able to just turn on and turn off the device, means in cutoff region and in saturation region only, you no need to operate the linear range, linear mode of the operation in linear range, linear region of the IV curve of the power electronic devices. What will happen? Definitely the cutoff region, no resistance is here. At the saturation regions, also no, approximately very less resistance is here. Here, and of the this device, you are not using this range here in linear range of the device. So at that situation, what will happen? At the saturation range, there are some RDS on value will happen. RDS on, that means if I say this is a drain, sorry, this is a D, because this is a BZT obviously E. So I'm just giving the name drain, but this is a collector reason, this is an emitter reason, this is a base reason. But let's say if I'm taking this is a D, this is a S, then this RDS value in some milliohms. So which one is higher? Obviously linear range resistance is higher, and saturation region RDS on is very in milliohms. So again we are able to increase the efficiency because lesser resistance here in this stage. That means lesser power losses is here. So high efficiency we can able to achieve. So obviously why power electronics has some advantage over the linear electronics, this is here. So here one more important point, that is if I am using the linear electronics to decrease the 24 volt to the 5 volt range, then here I have to be taken, suppose here 220 volt and 50 hertz is a grade, 50 hertz supply. So I need a line frequency transformer. Let's say this is a 50 hertz, because the line frequency is a 50 hertz I have used. The rectifier term, and this is a filter term. Here the turns ratio that should be maintained, like what is the VD here, that should be greater than V naught, because we cannot increase 24 volt to the 48 volt, but we can step down the voltage 24 volt to the 5 volt range. So that is the reason why power electronics here, what is a power electronics, why it is necessary. Another question came, okay, power electronics is here, but what is the application of the power electronics? In fact, in a recent days. So obviously in a residential areas, like inverter, like in your mobile charger, refrigerator, freezers, air conditioner is here. In commercial sectors like computers, offices, UPS is a kind of power electron, one of the most powerful example of the power electronics converters. Sorry, power electronic circuits. In industrial sectors, all things are related to the power electronics, like pumps, compressors, and different sectors like welding and welding machines also power electronic circuits have used. In transportation, like electric locomotives is one of the good example for the power electronics. In utility systems, like grid side, like compensation technique, in compensation thyristor has used. In HVDC technique, inverter and rectifier circuits and choppers also used sometimes. In aerospace technology, in telecommunication areas also power electronics circuits is used. What is the aim of power electronics? The aim of the power electronics is very simple. That is conversion of the power electronics, the converter of the power energy, one form to another. The efficiency should be maintained higher or highest, sorry, and the reliability should be highest. Cost should be very low, and very smallest size and weight of the circuit that should be required. So this is some aim of the power electronics converter. Now the question is the input power and output power, and there are some power processor in power electronics. Let's say this is the power processor, and this is the input power. We have already seen in our previous slides, and this is the output power. The form of the input energy, the form of the output energy, maybe AC, maybe DC, and maybe AC, maybe DC in the output side also. So if the form of the input power is a AC here, and you want DC, then power processor name is a rectifier. If it is input, if the input power is a AC, then output power you want a AC again, then you can say this is the cycloconverter or frequency converter. This power processor name is cycloconverter or frequency converter. If the input power is DC and output power is a DC again, then this called a chopper. If the input power is a DC and output power is a AC, then this converter circuit is called the inverter. The representation of that converter circuit in a one block manner, you can represent it by this AC to DC rectifier circuit, like one side is a AC and output is one side is a DC format. If DC and DC, then DC to DC you can represent. If DC to AC you are representing it, then DC is look here and AC is look here. The question is, if you want a AC, then what parameter you can change? So the changeable quantity in AC is a magnitude. That means suppose this is a AC, so you can change this amplitude. You can change the phases if you are transferring the three phase to the single phase, if you want to convert three phase to the single phase or single phase to three phase. If you and you can change the frequency. Suppose 50 hertz is the input, then you can adjust the frequency according to you. But in a DC only, you can only adjust the magnitude only. Now the question came, what is the means? That means devices. I'm talking about the semiconductor devices. What is the role of the devices in power electronics? In power electronics, power processor basically, let's say if I'm taking a DC input and a AC output, so which power processor I have to use or which power electronic circuit I have to use? Obviously inverter. Inverter basically consists of the power semiconductor devices. Now the question came, which semiconductor devices have to use? Because we already aware from previous study, like semiconductor devices is a BJT, MOSFET, sorry, BJT, MOSFET, IGBT, GTO, and thyristor. These are the most popular devices. Okay, so which semiconductor device I have to use? Which one is better? So the competition always be here, BJT, MOSFET, IGBT here in power in inverter side, and similar competitions happen at the higher voltage level, at the low voltage level, which device have to use. So this is the history of the power semiconductor devices. From at a very starting way, the mercury arc rectifier have used. After the power diode or thyristor coming in a first phase from 1957 to 1970s. From 1970s to the 1980s, these semiconductor devices has came, and the industrial sectors and transport, electrical transportation sector, transmission sectors was getting more attraction and more, I mean, they are they have just increased their efficiency and different things. After the 1980s, the IGBT and power MOSFET thyristor came, and this was the first time we are able to increase the efficiency as well as maintain the power capability. Today's there are few power semiconductor devices, which is the wide band gap devices has came. What is that? That is the silicon carbide based power electronics devices, and one of the GaN, gallium nitride based power electronics converter devices. And because silicon carbide and GaN has a higher I mean Silicon carbide and gallium nitride has a higher attraction in recent trends in the power electronics. However, there are some challenges, but we are discussing the only the basics of power electronics and basics of the power electronics devices, and this is just a basic course. So we will not deal the silicon carbide and gallium nitride. We will just only deal the what is the operation of the power electronics, what is the operation, basic operation of the other converters, like phase control rectifier, choppers, and inverter only. So please watch it. If you have any doubt, any comment, any problem, you can contact with us by using of our mail ID, by using WhatsApp, by using Telegram, and thank you.